Hello, Selfseeker here. I'm at the Starlight Festival in Bangalow near Byron Bay, and I've just run into my good friend Leith James. Leith James has been working with gongs for a while, and he has founded the Australian Sound Healers Association. Hello, Leith. How are you
Hey
doing?
Nick, yeah, good mate. How are you?
Very good.
Loving
Good
the
to see you.
festival, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I see that there are no gongs around. So are you here on a different mission today?
Well, whether we have gongs or not, I guess I could just say that we are gongs. We're resonating beings, and I'm just sort of really just receiving at this festival and meeting a whole bunch of amazing people. Really enjoying the music and the vibe.
Came upon a very amazing, beautiful person who gave us a wonderful experience. Say hello to Patricia.
Hello.
So tell us in just a few words, what magical things do you do?
What magical things do? I do many magical things. I do shamanic breath work. I do kundalini dance. I do a lot of womb journeys for women. And one of my favorite things actually is just to take people through transformational journeys, which are crafted to their needs and desires and shamanic goals. And I'm also a Munaki teacher. I initiate people into the Munaki wisdom. I do a lot of ceremonies. I do a lot of magical things. Actually, I think that my main gift is this deep connection with spirit that I have and my guides. So all I actually do is to anchor stargate that allow people to plug into the unified field of consciousness, and then from that place the guides come through and they do the work. And in that space, people are open to receive whatever they're ready to receive: healing, insight, clarity. I'm just a space holder and who have amazing guides that walk with me.
Do you believe movement is key to healing?
Definitely, movement is key for life. You have to keep moving. You have to keep moving. You can't stop moving.
And you can show people how to move, can't you?
Oh yeah.
We just need to attend one of your sessions. So where are you based?
I'm based on the Gold Coast.
Awesome. So you can find her and get in touch.
Silverwolf.
Yes, you're on Facebook. And
Facebook, Instagram. There's also my website.
Great. Hope to connect again. Thank you.
Bye.
Today I have Steve Richards with us of Holographic Kinetics, who's going to tell us a little about the magic he does.
Well, holographic kinetics is really based on our old culture of understanding, recognising the spirit of being. You see, everything in nature is alive, and the life form, what gives it essence, is the spirit. You take a tree, the tree's alive, but when the spirit departs the tree's dead. You take an animal, what gives it life, is the spirit. When the spirit departs, it's dead. You have the soul there, you have the body there, you have all experiences locked into it dead, but there's no life form. The key to our culture is always about recognising the spirit, communication with the spirit. Before we went hunting, we wanted to make a canoe, we'd ask the spirit of the tree, can I cut you down? And we said no. But the old fellow over there don't mind, so we go and ask the old fellow over there, and of course the old tree might say, yeah, I've been around for a while. I don't mind evolving. So it donates its vehicle. Before I killed an animal, I put out for the animal spirit to donate itself. Next day there's your lunch. But if I kill the animal without permission, I violate law. The animal's right to continue living in me. Then all of a sudden I get active one day and I can end up with Tourette's, barking like a dog or clucking like a chicken. We take animal spirits out of people, an animal barking like a dog or clucking like a chicken. I go to war and kill, I violate law. And the spirit of that person I kill can be in me and suffering trauma. Until we change that moment of time. Not only is it that, but your thought becomes a thought form, becomes a life form.
Right.
And the life form, being alive like everything else, needs to survive, but it only knows its program. Let's go back. The tree knows it's a tree, the dog knows it's a dog, and the thought knows the thought that created it. So the tree will reproduce as a tree, the dog is a dog, and the thought is a thought. Now you're stuck in time, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later. You're still stuck in the same thought processes that's affected you 40, 50 years ago.
Wow. So how does holographic kinetics help people? How can you help? What can you achieve?
Oh, the holography is the most advanced thing in the world. To understand our culture is that we live in a Western society that doesn't acknowledge the spirit. The soul, in other words, psychiatry and psychology study the soul. And the soul you experience is locked into yourself. So just as you have a forward, you have a backward, you have a left, you have a right, you have a high, you have a low, there's always an equal opposite. Point zero is a nodal point between those. So what takes place is that the external world and the internal world is the soul and the program locked into yourselves. But the spirit's the essence of you, came through time. It says, what you want, change your reality. But we don't communicate with spirit. Now when you start working with the spirit, it knows how, where, when and why anything's ever created. It can send you back in time if it came through a past life. If it came down the hereditary line, it'll send you back there. You're already living the moment of time, so if we put you outside time, we can change time.
Wow.
It's only a spirit can change between you and the spirit. The spirit can change the soul, but the soul can't change the spirit.
Okay. This is very new to me. So you teach courses on this topic?
Look, we have taught. I've trained people in 40 countries around the world.
Wow.
We have thousands of students. We go to high security prisons and we turn people mentally insane around. We have, every single week, we will work on people either suicidal, depression. They come in one way and they leave another way. Totally glowing. Yeah, you just got to find the cause of that effect.
Yeah.
You know, look, hear me a thought. You can't hear me a thought
Yes.
because it's invisible.
Correct.
That tells me first the invisible, then the visible. So if you clear the invisible, then you can clear the visible because it flows onto the visible. But our systems work the reverse way. It's looking at the visible and trying to clear the invisible and clear the invisible that they can't see because they don't clear the visible. If they worked on the invisible first,
Yeah.
then that will flow on and clear the visible.
Do they need to know what the invisible is to clear it?
The moment I access this, all I need to know what the issue is. Just say the issue is that you've got depression or not. Okay, someone asks this person where it comes from. It might go back to your moment of conception. It might go back to the first 2 months of your life. It might go back to a past life experience. You'll be back there reliving it. Then we assist your spirit to get you to change time and put you outside time, but it no longer affects your future. So I do demonstrations. People see what I'm doing and they think, oh, I can do that. And you have no idea what's behind what we're doing. You have no idea of the intent of the law. You have no idea of the activations, what we're doing. You have no idea. And for people to play with something that they know very well is very dangerous.
Because I've met so many healers and they make so many claims, so I just like to usually ask them more about it. Why is it different from everything else?
Because everything else out there is working with your soul.
Yes.
Because the programs in your soul. We're working with the spirit. It's the essence of you. It's a driver. It's literally time. It knows everything about all the past lives, everything about you.
Yes.
It can send you back to where you created, maybe lifetimes ago, and change those moments in time. Now, one thing about the spirit, it never lies.
Oh, I
It
see.
only knows truth.
Yes.
So it only tells truth.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah,
That
more
was
than welcome.
amazing. I've just met the beautiful Anaya, who has the ritual pause stall at the Starlight Festival, and she'll very quickly tell us what amazing things she does.
Yeah, hi everybody. I am an Ayurvedic practitioner. Been going out and working in India with Doctor in Panchakarma, helping people to revitalise their body through natural therapies, oils, and healing. I then specifically and unique to me bind high-grade CBD into this experience as well, so that we can be working and lighting up all the subtle systems, endocannabinoid, lymphatic, endocrine, they're all working together. So I immerse the body in high-grade CBD oil, allowing pain and reduction to be reduced, neurogenesis and neuroplasticity in the brain to be enhanced, and for us to start shifting our way away from these pain loops that we've just been finding ourselves in the West, these ultimately dry bodies we have.
So there's internal dryness and then there's external dryness.
That's exactly right. And body oilination is Ayurveda 101.
Very good.
Yes, if you're not oiling your body, then you are you're basically exposed to everything coming through your skin, which is making you highly vulnerable and putting you in a state of higher toxicity more often.
I've never heard of oiling your body using cannabis oil. You're the first person telling me that.
I know, I'm pretty magic for that actually. It's come through personal experience. 10 years of body oilination with sesames and castor oils and all the champions of Ayurveda. But my own personal journey required the addition of endocannabinoid awakening because I was laying in a state of dormancy after the 100 years of war on drugs, and we can talk about that more later.
Wow, awesome. So how do we find you?
I'm based in Mullumbimby. I have a beautiful studio in the industrial estate there. You can find me on the Instagram, you know, that whole thing. It's there, Ritual Pause. If you see the little symbol cruising around, that's me.
I will add the links.
Amazing, yeah.
Thank you. Lovely meeting you, Anna.
So,
Hope to connect with you again.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Welcome to the Selfseeker channel. Today I've got my good friend Mario Alam here with me, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this interesting poster he's got for us. And we are at the Starlight Festival in Bangalow.
Hey everyone, thanks Nicholas for bringing us into this space and for inviting me into this beautiful journey with your peers and people that you love. I'm really excited about what's being sharing here.
Yes.
Nicola, we've got the psychedelic realms can become more legalized in the next years. We're going to see MDMA and psilocybin legalized in the next year or two. But often we find that these medicines, we know the benefits of them and the science is there and the research has all been developed. But often it takes a long time for that to be generally accepted in the public and for that to reach the people that probably need it the most. But I think what I'm more interested in having the conversation is how do we actually bring that wisdom that's already been opened up from those psychedelic realms back into the physical realm? How do we actually embody it? And so comes the term embodying psychedelia. And so I'm really excited about bringing the wisdom keepers and bringing the practitioners together, or those that are interested in the embodiment of the psychedelic realms, to come to learn from incredible teachers that have been grounding that work in, and also how we as a collective can collaborate and bring our different resources, whether it be yoga or massage or Reiki or counseling or psychology or body work or acupuncture or naturopathy or music or sound or vibration. All of it has this role. Everything has this role and purpose. And what I'm excited is the dynamic programs that we can come together to create and help humanity ultimately heal from trauma, heal from the things that are causing separation, causing disconnect from ourselves, from each other. Because ultimately, we are meant to feel. We are meant to feel ourselves. We are meant to feel each other, and we're meant to be also in connection with the natural world. And so as we help each other to reconnect back in by transforming the things that are separating us, by bringing that wisdom back into the physical realm, we're ultimately embodying that wisdom to allow that to create new pathways of healing in our community, in our families, and in Australia at large. And so I welcome you on this gathering. It's held in Newcar, which is at the base of Mount Warning, in 40 minutes from Gold Coast or Byron. The first point in Australia where they get the light in Australia, Mount Wollumbin, and a strong portal of energy. And this gathering has never happened before in Australia.
Really?
This has never come together before in Australia, and I'm really excited about what that collective will come forward to then create forward. And ultimately, I'd like to create a much bigger gathering where all these medicines can come through, and we can really shift the consciousness in Australia and help that healing to transform into the world. But first we start locally. Let's start with small gatherings and see where that takes us, and keeping it intimate. So if you're interested, if you're a practitioner or interested in this field, please come and join us. This gathering will be like no other gatherings ever happened in Australia before, and some incredible magic will come through. If you're interested in further information, please take a look at the website on worlddoctor.com. And on there you'll find a link for embodying psychedelia, and take a link and have a look through some more information as well there. And please contact and reach out and say hello. Love to have
Thank you
aboard.
so much for that, Maria. That was amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I'll
Thank
be
you.
there.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
you.
See you. Cheers.
So we are with Doreen Sigma here, and she's going to tell us what magical things she does.
Hi, I'm Doreen. I'm a cranial psychotherapist, and as part of my practice, I use resonate spray and oils as well, depending on what people want to work on and with. This particular bottle that I'm holding is the Calming Reset, and that is to clear any calming patterns in your life that you may have playing out. That things are looping in your life, you attract the same kind of people, same kind of job, same kind of bosses, so you want to calmly reset that. So this spray is for calming reset, but there are many different sprays that we have. We have Serenity, Crystal Clear, and Manifest Miracles. I myself am Amazing Me, which is for self-worth and self-love. So it really, and it comes with an affirmation at the back of the bottle. So it infuses really what you want to shift and change. So it's resonance sprays. And my name is Doreen, and I'm a cranial psychotherapist. Thank
So
you.
nice to meet you, Doreen.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.